Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for staying awake after lunch. And I thank you for showing an interest in the Anishinaabe and our encounters and experiences with Champlain. I'm here as Director of Education for Kitigan-Zibi, so I am Anishinaabe and I'm proud of it. And I want to share with you a little bit about my family and what they're doing today. Part of my family today are hunting up at the headwaters of the Ottawa River on the Kitchissippi. They're about 4 hours away from here by car, many days paddling. My dad, my spouse, and my 16-year-old son are hunting moose there. So this shows our ongoing connection to our territory, to the land, to the rivers in our territory, and this shows how we teach part of our history, our connection to the land, our connection to our culture, our language, and our history. We're coming from a different worldview from school boards in Quebec, Ontario, or any other province across Canada. We have a story to tell, we have a history to tell, we have elders who are knowledge holders, we have individuals in our community who have many skills and stories, legends, and history to share with our young people. And this is how many First Nations are working to teach our history, whether it be 1613, about Champlain, or any other area. In Kitigan-Zibi, we are fortunate that back in 2004, we published a history book called Since Time Immemorial, Our Story, the story of the Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabe. This was written by a member of Kitigan-Zibi, and this person worked with the education sector in Kitigan-Zibi and a local team of elders and community members, historians in our community, to put together our story so that the students in our community schools could have this as a resource. And it does speak to Champlain in the book. We're not reinventing the wheel or inventing stories here, and it goes up to modern day. So we are very fortunate to have this as a resource for our community and our students. Not many First Nations across Canada get the opportunity to publish a book such as this. We also have other resources that our community has developed over the years, such as our elders share with us. So in this book, which was again written by community members, edited by community members, the photography was done by community members, the artwork. So it proves that we have the capacity to record, document, tell our story, share our story in our own way, and this is extremely important to us that we have had this ability. We will continue to do this work. It's very important to us because what's in the history books today does not reflect our story, or often we are totally omitted from the history books. And despite the fact that we're reaching out to institutions across this country or North America, change is very slow in reflecting the story of the Anishinaabe, our encounters with Champlain, or the stories of other First Nations are not accurately reflected in today's history curriculum and history books. We also have resources that speak to our recipes and our traditional foods, and it's important that our people see our own history, our own foods, our own recipes, health information, legends that pertain to our traditional foods. This is so crucial to our identity, to building our self-esteem, to building pride in our families, in our schools, in our communities, and in our nation. So when it comes to teaching history, we have a lot of work to do in this country. We in Kitigan-Zibi are certainly willing to reach out to others to help teach history in a better way, in a more inclusive way. We wish that government would help fund some important projects in this area for other First Nations who are striving to get some of this work done because funding is necessary to print books, to take pictures, to interview elders, to interview our community members. And it's, as time goes by, we need to document our valuable information that's out there. Miigwech.